Hello everyone on YouTube, everyone here on the Twitch wishes you all a lovely day. Hope you're all playing the shit out of Leroy Smith, coolest character ever. I'm gonna do a little video on Fahkumram. Sorry, I still do not remember his name. Fahkumram. And we're gonna talk a little bit about his story because it's been released in Japanese. But I think lovely old Yellow Motion actually translated it. What a beast. But translated it. So here I'm gonna read quickly, but it's quite all right. This is about Fahkumram. Once lauded as his country's greatest hero, Fahkumram was a legendary Muay Thai fighter, unparalleled in his field, showing remarkable talent for the martial art from an early age. He was marked as a future champion until suffering the terrible misfortune of being struck by lightning at the tender age of 12. So he's not the luckiest guy alive. After spending days on the brink of death, he managed to make a miraculous recovery, eventually developing a mighty physique and growing to over 2 meters tall. A mighty physique is not overselling it, to say the least. Like, a mighty physique. Yes, he's about twice as large as Heihachi, and I would say Heihachi has a pretty mighty physique, especially for a senior citizen. Combining his tremendous physical strength and technical mastery with a clever tactical brains. Yeah, when you look at him, it's easy to say, he's just a lovely piece of meat with a 5-inch cock. But he got the brains as well. He solved a Rubik's Cube in under 55 minutes. He became Muay Thai champion by the time he was 18. Brushing aside all competition, he was feted as a national hero. On the personal front, he married at the height of his popularity and was soon blessed with a daughter. At the it just keeps going on. At the end of this, you will take Fahkumram seriously. At the age of 24, however, his life was to take a dramatic turn for the worse. Approached by a group of unknown men and offered a massive sum to throw his next bout, he was subsequently, God, that is such an annoying word for us Swedes. Subsequently threatened with physical harm if he failed to comply. With no intention of succumbing to such corruption, Fahkumram. I didn't even see the cum. Knocked out his opponent with a single blow shortly after the gong. That name just keeps getting better and better. Knocked out his opponent with a single blow shortly after the gong. Incensed, the match-fixing gang attacked Fahkumram. Who the fuck would attack a guy who looks like that? Oh, let me guess, they attacked him without guns. Guys, let's get him! Beat him up! Yeah, he's just, 2.5 meters tall. 2.5 meters tall and weighs 5 tons? I mean, literally, the guy completely intimidates Marduk with his huge size. But those guys chose to, a couple of henchmen chose to attack him. They tried to murder him, but Fahkumram proved too strong. Oh gee, surprise. And managed to kill several of his would-be assassins. Arrested on the spot once the police arrived. Oh, come on. What kind of cops would manage to actually arrest Fahkumram? Seriously? Maybe it was Lei. Oh. I'd love to see that. That should be the opening to Tekken 8. Ah! And Fahkumram grabs Lei by the hair. Ah! 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 And just elbows him in the chin so that the chin is gone. And he's like this. Arrested on the spot once the police arrived, Fahkumram tried to assert self-defense, but as corrupt policemen and soldiers made up part of a group which had approached him. Oh, corruption in Thailand is this. He was arrested and held by the military in a secure location. His wife and daughter were subsequently... that word again! Jesus! Taken hostage, after which Fahkumram was given no choice but to act in accordance with the instructions of his captors, participating in secret underground martial arts competitions and show fights against tigers and other wild animals. And this is interesting because this has actually worked itself into his design, which is a very nice touch. Unable to see a way out, Fahkumram became more and more desperate and disillusioned, and gradually lost himself in still more extreme acts of violence and rage. 4 years later, with the world embroiled in the battle between the Mishima Zaibatsu and the G Corporation, the military forces controlling Fahkumram determined that the Mishima Zaibatsu posed a threat to the nation and dispatched Fahkumram on a new mission. His task was to represent his country at the King of Iron Fist tournament and claim victory there, with the promise that depending on the results he achieved, his family may even be set free. Fahkumram entered the fray determined to win liberty for him and his family once and for all. All right, I made it through. Jesus, that was a book. But knowing that actually makes his reveal trailer more interesting, in my opinion, because when you look at Fahkumram, I was immediately thinking brain dead villain, you know. But turns out he's actually, even though he looks so intimidating, you know, and giant violent man, he actually is somewhat of a hero, it turns out, and a brainy one at that as well. And he's actually fighting to set his family free. You know, that's pretty interesting. And here in the end, what I thought was just over-the-top scars just because, oh, a badass should have scars. No, he's actually been fighting, I guess, bears and tigers in underground mob tournaments, mafia. And that's, I guess, a fucking tiger that slashed his face. So, now that you know the backstory to the extremely scarred body, it's actually pretty interesting. And of course, when he says how many left, what he wants is for his family to be released, and the mob guys just want him to take out a certain amount of individuals. So he's always, okay, now I've taken down one more. How many left until my family is released? Again, at least it's some character. There's some character there, you know, and that's something you can't say for every Tekken character. So, I kind of like this. I gotta say, when I saw the reveal trailer live, I was like, this is terrible. But now that you know some of the backstory, you know a little bit why he looks like he does, I like it more. I still feel he's too over the top. Tiny head, you know, Bane monster. I feel they should have taken him down a little bit more. More human proportions. But I know he's supposed to be a monster. He's supposed to be a monster. So he's basically the Frankenstein monster that is good-hearted. And now, another point I want to squeeze into this video is someone wrote on Tekken Reddit that they were guessing that Fahkumram is actually the old assets from Tekken X Street Fighter. You know, the project that was in development for many years that reached, 30% completion ratio, I think, according to Harada. And then they I think they scrapped the project. It was interesting to read that he thought that they had made, this is just speculation, but he was speculating that they had made assets for Sagat, and then they scrapped the project, and then why not use those assets in DLC 3 of Tekken 7? And when you look at the proportions of Fahkumram, it really looks like Sagat. And then when you look at him power up like that, where does he power up? On his chest. And what I was thinking, this was a power up for Sagat, I was guessing, in Tekken X Street Fighter. His scar, you know, on his chest. His scar. And what does he do afterwards? Tiger knee. So I don't know, and the animations feel a little bit Sagat. Of course, it's just speculation, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had a scrapped Tekken X Street Fighter and it's like, oh god, let's not waste all of these assets. We could get this guy into Tekken, but we can't use the Street Fighter license. Okay, so instead of Sagat, it's Fahkumram. So I don't know, maybe some people see this as far-fetched, but it was an interesting theory he presented. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. And geez, honestly, just looking at his waist. Look at his waist. Look, waist compared to chest. It's so over the top. But so yes, what I wanted to say was that I'm not in love with the way he looks due to the proportions. If they would take down his proportions and make him look more human, I would have loved this, I think, now that I've read the story. I think I would have loved it. But the tiny head, you know, and yeah, the monster look is not doing it for me. But now that we know the story, he's a good guy, anti-hero, Thai hero, Muay Thai champion, wants to get his family released, has this nice tortured look. I like that he's not a, what's it called? You know, pretty face. Again, he has a lot of character in that face. There's a lot of suffering in that face. And I like it. They really nailed it. So, good shit. I like it. I'm more hyped now for Fahkumram. He was 4 out of 10 for me when I saw the trailer. But now I would say he is 6.5 out of 10. It's just the body. I can't get over it. But good shit. Good shit.